Alrighty, welcome to 4-on-4 Cube Draft, the best of all the formats. And we've got a rarely seen Tom Martell in the cube. I'm actually passing to him. Everyone loves that. And I moved to Mox Sapphire. Everyone loves that. So, I'm going to take Mox. Tom is likely to take, I think Caves of Chaos Adventure a little better than Lelia. Duress is also great. If I started with like Animate Dead, I would probably just take Duress here. Assuming I'm Tom. Otherwise, yeah, we're passing 2 red cards and a black card, taking a Mox. Of note, Thopter Foundry's here. After getting it wrong once and taking Foundry when Sword of the Meek was already gone, I'm never going to live it down. I always have to make sure. But I think all the red cards are going to go. Tameo's probably going to go. Tom's probably going to take Tameo. He just loves that card. There's a Thopter Foundry maybe coming back. I don't think Urza's Bauble is going to come back. But happy to take a Mox here. And followed up with an Urza. Sandy, you know what you're doing. So, teams, by the way, myself, Kelvin, KJ, who we've lost every time we've been on a team together, so that's a great sign. Alpha Frog and Luis Salvato, the Luises, teaming up once again, battling against Quiniac, Max Smith, the sandiest of dogs, and of course, the aforementioned Tom Martell. I'm going to take Urza. I think you could make an argument Urza is just in a vacuum the best card here, at least not knowing what I already have. I think it's close between Urza, NT, and I actually don't think Othari is as good as these two. It is good, but it's just a 5-mana card. But especially given that I have Sapphire, of course I'm going to take Urza. Pass Tom another really good red card. So if Tom took Caves of Chaos Adventure, now he gets Inti. Assuming he likes Inti, it's possible he maybe take one of those other cards. If he took Duress, maybe he's on Gix's command, or maybe just takes Inti or K command anyway, probably Inti. That's fine. I'll take Urza. Pretty good chance Mere Battlesphere comes back. Not super likely that Walking Ballista does. And here, a sign of the times. I honestly think Sensei's Top is probably a better pick than Jace the Mind Sculptor. It's crazy. I would never have done that earlier, but I just don't think Jace is that good. It's definitely a card I'm going to always put in my deck. I don't mind taking it 4th or 5th pick sometimes, but it's a 4-mana card. It kind of requires a bit of setup to be good. Everyone in Cube just plays a lot of good early threats. You play against a red or white deck or even a green deck, and sometimes Jace is just not a card you can easily cast, whereas Top with Urza makes mana, combos with Mystic Forge, combos with Third Path Iconoclast if this wheels. Let's see, Jace. I'm passing no good red cards, just a Twin Shot Sniper, so I don't mind that. Now I'm just going to take Prismatic Vista. I'll hope to wheel Tough Cookie by the time this comes back around if I'm in green, but Vista's awesome. I don't want to pass that. And there's Triplicate Titan and Tough Cookie late channel. So let's see, 1, 2. Yeah, I think one of these artifacts has a good chance of coming back. Ooh, a Windswept Teeth too. All right, kind of in for that over Kinnan, Talisman, Temple Garden, Seagate, Stormclaw. I just don't have anything that combos with those cards. And I think fetch lands are just awesome, especially with the Sensei's Top. I'm pretty happy about that. Now I'm probably going to take Cryptic. I have nothing to bounce with Snapcaster or to recast with Snapcaster. It's a good card. I don't think I need Watery Grave given this start. I'm not set up for Shinobi or Green Suns. Yeah, all right. Cryptic seems pretty reasonable here. Let's take that. And looking for a way to make Windswept Teeth a little better here, but Urza decks often end up blue-green or blue-white, so Windswept Teeth already has a bit of a head start, and of course, this early in the draft, it's not that hard to find a way to make Windswept Teeth work out. I like this. I also haven't passed any good red cards recently, and not an incredible amount of black. Depends how you rate Watery Grave, for example. So here, I might actually take Winter Orb. I don't usually do that, but I have Urza already, and Urza Winter Orb is a really strong combo. It's also Rafine's Tower, which does make Heath into a blue and black land, which is nice. If I take that, maybe if Rafine comes back, let's see. I don't think anything's going to wheel out of this pack. I'm going to get 1 card back, and it's probably not going to be Thran Spider, especially if Sandy remembers, or probably Sandy is really thinking about the fact that I have an Urza, but I still think Winter Orb is probably better given that I have this Urza. Winter Orb can be a really messed up card. Gemstone Caverns, Sylvan Caryatid, Talisman. I don't think I want Charticourse. Oh, I might take Sentinel. Sentinel into Urza is awesome, and I've just really been impressed with Sentinel. I normally wouldn't consider taking Sentinel over Sylvan Caryatid, but I actually feel in this deck, Sentinel might be better, especially if I end up picking up like an Academy. I don't know. I'm pretty into Sentinel. Let's see how this works out. All right. I will take the Thopter Foundry now. I think it's going to be better to spec on that than take a Tamiyo. I think Thought-Knot's not quite getting here in the cube. I'm probably going to have to take that one out. Or add a few more colorless lands. Renegade Rallier is also pretty cute with all these fetch lands, but I would rather keep the mana a little better. Battle Ball came back, but so did Thought Scourer. I do like that one. Though we are getting close to a Battle Ball deck. Thought Scour is pretty nice, though. Let's just take the cantrip. Oh, Spar's Headquarters. That's pretty convenient, actually. That's a great land to pick up. Okay. And I'll take Yavimaya here. I like Yavimaya. I don't really care for the rest. Though, actually, maybe I should take Deathrite. I have 2 fetch lands. Yeah, who cares about Yavimaya? I'll take Deathrite. You don't usually get to play Deathrite unless you have a lot of fetches, and 2 in pack 1 is a pretty good start to it. All right, so I have a Speculative Thopter Foundry. Maybe a Speculative Kinnon, though I think Temple Garden, I guess it doesn't add anything new. I don't care about Gitrog Monster. Kinnon doesn't actually work with Urza as a combo, unfortunately. I think I'll take Kinnon. That's fine. Kinnon adds some outs. Oh, Green Suns actually makes me pretty happy. I took that. Last pick, Dig. Okay. Well, that was a pretty good pack 1. Well, we opened a 1 ring. I don't mind that. That's a decent one to accelerate to. Makes me even happier I didn't take Jace. Just, you don't need that many 4s. I already have Cryptic, or now have Cryptic also. And I'm passing Sandy like Skyclave. He didn't pass any white cards. I think Sandy's drafting white again. Shocker. There's also, I would love Asika's Chariot or Uro or Chrome Seed Shark. In fact, I do love Seed Shark, but 1 ring is a very strong card. So I'm going to take that. A lot of good cards to potentially pick up, though. Don't love this pack. I mean, I'll take Miscalculation. The card is fine. I don't think I need either of these Triomes. I don't have any combos with Emrakul yet. Frantic Search could be good if I get Academy, but let's not count on getting Academy. I feel like I'll be pretty happy if I get an Academy regardless. So I would say Dig and Thopter Foundry are looking a little speculative here. Here's Time Warp. This is starting to be a really good Time Warp deck. Yeah, 1 ring is good. Urza's good. Regrowth maybe comes back. The rest of these cards are not super enticing. Okay, now that I've got more cards in deck, I'm going to make these a little smaller so I can see these a little better. Let's see. Still no Academy. Oh, Breeding Pool is going to be impossible to pass at this point because that fixes my mana very nicely. Actually, I want 1 more row. All right, so I've got a Thopter Foundry. I mean, I guess I'll just put it here for now so I see it. Winter Orb, Miscalc. 1 ring's looking pretty nice. I like Wasteland, and I like Bankbuster. Stern Scolding also seems nice, but it feels like this just fixes my mana perfectly. Having a Breeding Pool makes Windswept Heath good. Oh, here, Shelldock. There's also Delighted Halfling, but this is looking like a pretty nice Shelldock deck. I'm going to not turn that one down. Over Teferi and Delighted Halfling, and I guess Xander's Lounge, all the Triomes. I mean, my mana is basically perfect now, so I could also have taken a white card. I actually can play white cards at a pretty high rate, given that I have Spar's Headquarters and 2 fetch lands. We'll see. I wonder if the Sentinel over Caryatid pick is going to be crazy. I'm kind of curious. I really do like the Sentinel. Still on the lookout for Sword of the Meek. That would be a fantastic pickup. Basalt Monolith to go with this Kinnan I'd be interested in. Green Sun Zenith targets aren't bad. And obviously Tolarian Academy would be the stone cold, but you know, we'll just have to hope that shows up. Ooh. Mishra's Workshop. I don't have much, but it's good with 1 ring. If he seeks Chariot Wheels, it's pretty nice. My mana's good enough that I think I can spec on that and pass Vinestock. It's also Bolus's Citadel there, but yeah, let's just take the Workshop here. A lot of draft left. I feel like Mishra's Workshop, we've got time. I don't really like Crucible that much in this deck. I guess I have the 2 fetches, but that's it. Doesn't really do much for me. I don't have even a single white card except maybe Thopter Foundry. Avacyn's Pilgrim looks a lot more enticing. There's also Haywire Might. I really do like that card, and it's pretty good in an artifact-heavy deck, but I think Avacyn's Pilgrim is probably better. I think it's better than Grazer here because I might splash white, and I have Kinnan, so if I end up playing Kinnan, it makes it better. Also, it's a mana dork to get with Green Suns, though I suppose Deathrite kind of is that too. And getting a 6-pick Mishra's Workshop is a pretty nice sign. Oh, wow. Late Natural Order. It's also Waterlogged Grove, Mightstone, Revoker, Chromatic Star. A lot of things I like. I think I'm going to take Mightstone, Weakstone, because it's one of the cards that it's really strong with Mishra's Workshop. Tom must not love passing me all those things, because this plays into the kind of decks I like to play a lot. Not the Natural Order so much. He's probably not too worried about me taking it, but honestly, the Mightstone and Weakstone and all that. Okay, Uro came back. There's also Nissa, which if I double landfall, I can go get an elf. So it's Deathrite Shaman is the only elf I have, or an elemental, which I don't have yet. There's Grist, but I don't really have the fixing for that. I think Uro looks pretty nice in this deck. It conflicts with Dig, but I could also just play Uro and not play Dig. Now there's Sakura Tribelder and a Wall of Roots and Overgrown Tomb, but again, I don't really have a big reason to splash that. I'll just take Sakura Tribelder. I think that's better. Neither work with Cannon anyway. These cards are all pretty bad. I guess I'd rather just take Ephemerate here. Do I want Nishoba Brawler? Really not a Brawler deck. Even if it's like a 4-3 or 5-3, I think I'll just take Elspeth. Oh, Halfling came back? Okay, Sandy, you can have a Cathar Commando, because Delighted Halfling's very nice for me. Look, when in doubt, I will take a white card if I'm passing to Sandy. You know, I don't feel bad about it. I'm so far actually happy with the Sentinel pick. I picked up a couple other mana dorks, and Carrington is a really, really good mana dork because they can't kill it. But it's still, having the Sentinel looks pretty good here. I'd say Dig Through Time is probably out for now. These are in. I mean, the Thopter Foundry currently isn't doing anything. So Nature's Lore is pretty nice, but if I get Tinker, Citadel becomes awesome. I'll take Nature's Lore. Grazer's probably not getting played. I don't know. I think I will just play Nature's Lore. Put a Forest into play. It's pretty good. Okay, there's the Basalt Monolith. There's also a Force of Negation and a Narset. I don't really have any combos with Narset. Force of Negation is awesome. I'm just going to take that. I think Basalt Monolith will wheel. There's like Dismember, Unholy Heat, Blood Tithe, Volcanic, Narset, Jar, Titania. Like, there's just a lot of good cards. And unless someone has Zerda, I'm actually the only one who really should want Basalt Monolith because I have Workshop and Kinnan. But Force of Negation with the One Ring is really strong. Force of Negation in general is just a really good card. And it helps, I think, with what this deck might struggle with, which is interacting a little bit. Okay, so here, I like Blue-Green Talisman. I like Flooded Strand, but my mana's really good. I might just take Birds. Birds is awesome. I love Lorien Revealed too, and Karn would be nice to come back. Is there a chance I should take Lorien Revealed, though? I actually have 3 1-drops. Yeah, actually, I'm just going to take Lorien Revealed. I love Lorien Revealed. It just makes everything work. There's Brain Freeze. Oh, man, there's a Fable here. Probably just going to hate the Fable. I don't think I'm going to play Brain Freeze in my deck. It doesn't really do anything. I have plenty of ways to win. And same with Mystical Tutor. Fable's just a busted card, and there's a pretty good chance I think Tom is playing red. Ooh, Mox Opal. Are we getting there on Opal? We're kind of not. We have One Ring, Mightstone, Winter Orb, Top, Sapphire, Urza, the Sentinel making tokens. Otherwise, I would take Generous Ent or Cobra. Or Spell. I'm not really a Spell Seeker deck. I'm going to take the Opal out of the hope that we do get there. Now there's a Mystic Forge to go with my Top and Workshop. There's also a Trop and an Ignoble Hierarch. I have plenty of playables. How greedy am I to take this Mystic Forge? Or how greedy would it be? The problem is, I don't actually have enough artifacts to have it just pop off. I'm just going to take Trop. Just having great mana is really worth a lot. Look, Mystic Forge has a pretty good chance of wheeling here, and I'm not going to be too fussed whether it does or doesn't. And there's Dynamo to go with Workshop. There's also Curse Scroll, but I feel like I draw too many cards to make Curse Scroll good. There's also Lotus Petal, which works well with Opal. And turboing out Urza or the One Ring a turn earlier seems pretty good, so I'll just take Lotus Petal. I mean, it is also still not 0 that Dynamo comes back. Okay, well, I'm not going to be able to Candelabra because I don't have Academy. More's the shame. But Upheaval's a pretty nice win condition when I have a lot of mana. And I still think this deck's going to generate a pretty good amount of mana. So I think I'm okay taking Upheaval. Exploration's also really nice, but I feel like I have a good amount of acceleration. I do like Court of Garenbrig, but this feels like an Upheaval deck. All right, Thopter Foundry has 1 pick left to be good, but I don't think it's going to get there. Right now, this is 17 lands plus these 0 drops and Lorien Revealed, so I actually have room for a few more cards, which is not bad. I mean, Sword of the Meek, 8th pick, 38th pick Sword of the Meek would be really nice. Come on, Sandy Dog. You can pass it to me. Or a 8th pick Academy, though I don't think that one's that particular one is really unlikely. Okay, no sword. There's Zurin Orb, but that doesn't do anything for me. Thieving Skydiver, Oracle of Moldiah, Vendilion Click. Okay. Skydiver is a very good card in general. Oracle would make Green Suns a little better. I think Arasta is not quite good enough. It's really good against red. It's not very good against white because they have a lot of ways to kill it at low cost. Do I want Vendilion Click here? I'm not so sure I do. I just don't like Vendilion Click that much. Do I want Oracle here? Yeah, this looks like maybe an Oracle deck. All right, Oracle, don't make me regret it. Basalt Monolith didn't come back. That's okay. I don't even think the infinite combo. I don't have anything to spend the mana on. And I would have liked to play Basalt Monolith just as a card in my deck, but Force Negation is much stronger. Titania with my 2 fetches. Oh, if I had known Titania was coming back, I could have taken the Zurin Orb. Damn. I might just have to take Endurance, though. I just put a pretty high premium on Endurance. I just feel like being good against combo is so nice, or against a Reanimator is so nice. I'll take Karn now. And I'll take a Talisman because I don't care about the rest of these cards. No, I have enough playables now. I'll have to make a couple cuts. We'll see what is getting out of here. It's possible that I'm still going to play the Urza, but it's possible that I don't want the Workshop. I can cast those 2 artifacts pretty nicely, but unless I get Dynamo back, which I guess I'm not that likely to. Cobra and Nissa. I actually really like Cobra with these 2 fetch lands. Nature's Lore actually works with Cobra too. I don't think Nissa's that good. Okay, I didn't wheel the Thran Dynamo I think was in this pack. Guess I'll take... Was Tom more likely to play Wrath or Doomsday? I think he's more likely to play Wrath. I don't know. I'll take Knight of Autumn. That one I could definitely play. All right. So, not as exciting as I was hoping from the start, but we can build this and take a look at what we got. All right, so currently, without doing anything, this is a few lands short. How many artifacts do we have? Let's take a look. Maybe Workshop is actually fine. Because if I'm not playing Workshop, I'm also not playing Mox Opal. Yeah, I guess the Thopter really didn't get there. I hope I didn't hate the Fable for my team, but it was just such a weak pack. Lorien Revealed's kind of a land. I have really good mana. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Kind of 11 artifacts with not enough of them being cheap. Let's see what this would look like with some artifacts, but not Mightstone, Weakstone. I think Talisman might still be good. Winter Orb, top. I mean, how many cards over am I? Well, let's say with this in for now. I would have 13, 14, 15 lands. So I'm not that many cards over. But let's see, if I take out Deathrite, I do kind of want to play a high land count for like Oracle and Uro. Yeah, I should just take out Mightstone and Weakstone. I should take out Mishra's Workshop. And I should take out Mox Opal. I can keep the Lotus Petal. That part's fine. Talisman probably doesn't do as much for me either. And then now... 2, 3, 4... Let's see. How many is this? Now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 green. I mean, that's obviously plenty of green. But I think I'll have enough red too. This is 16, or blue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. My mana is perfect. I actually have really good mana. I don't even need any other sources. So this is 16 plus Petal, Sapphire, Lorien Revealed. So I could actually add a card back in. I could add Knight of Autumn. I could add Thopter Foundry. I don't think I want Dig Through Time because I have Uro. And I think Uro is a better version of that. This deck doesn't actually interact enough to put a whole bunch of cards in the graveyard. Nature's Lore also seems fine. I mean, maybe I play Mightstone and Weakstone. How crazy is it to play the Workshop? There's like 2 cards that are good with it, though. Just the One Ring and Mightstone and Weakstone. Yeah, that really is not enough. Maybe the Deathrite gets in. Or maybe Thought Scour gets in. Because it's good with Uro. It's good with Top. Yeah, it's good with Force Negation. All right, this seems like a pretty reasonable way to go about this. I think this deck could have gotten there harder. Missing either an Academy, because then I could have taken a couple more artifacts like that Candelabra. And wouldn't have minded like another token maker, like the Chrome Shell Seed Shark, or Chrome Host Seed Shark. But I think this is pretty solid. Let's see what my teammates are up to. All right, so my teammates, we've got KJ on a Soul Ring Reanimator with a little light on the animates. 1 animate dead, 1 unmarked grave, Frantic Search, and Dak Faden. So got a Gristlebrand to get, got a Dark Ritual, but gonna need a little help to get this one pulled together. Though I think he's gonna end up playing Imperial Seal, which is nice. And then we have Frog on a pretty nice artifact deck. Me and him were competing. He got the Academy though. He has Retrofitter, he has Ballista, he has Pest Infestation, luckily for both of us. Thran Spider, Sahili, Chrome Host Seed Shark. So we were definitely battling. He had the Tough Cookie, the Mystic Forge in his sideboard, but he has a Black Lotus. I love that. But I'm saving the best for last. Luis Salvato drafted one of the best and sweetest decks I've ever seen. So he's got Lion's Eye Diamond, Underworld Breach, Brain Freeze, great. Ancestral Recall, great. Mana Vault, good at accelerating, awesome. Echo Vians to go with Lion's Eye. Time Spiral to go with this like Mana Vault and Exploration and all that. Also has Flash with Etali, Atraxa, Archon of Cruelty. And he has Oath of Druids. This deck is awesome. Plus Crucible with Wasteland and Lotus Field. I'm looking forward to seeing this one play out. We're going to have to catch at least one of Salvato's games. He even has Channel Kozilek in the sideboard. Didn't quite get there on that. I love what's going on here, and I'm excited to watch that. All right, round 1. Let's battle against Tom. And yeah, we'll keep this hand. His hand's a little bit on the slow side because I don't have a turn 1 play that isn't, it's just Thought Scour. Tom did play red. I'm glad I cut that Fable. But I can Thought Scour myself to fill up the graveyard for Uro, and then I go turn 2 Green Suns for 1, and then turn 3 Uro. And if he's playing a red aggro deck, then I'm pretty happy with that. If he's playing like a red combo deck, less so. Control Uro's pretty good. Mox Jet's pretty good. Does he have a 3-drop? No. Robber of the Rich. Yeah, that's pretty good. All right. Exiled Spar's headquarters? Sure. And Thought Scour me. Milling Endurance and Sakura Tribe Elder. Okay. I drew 2 lands. Well, it's Green Suns for 1. And I get Delighted Halfling because it makes uncounterable Uros. And Robber's still going to get to peel a card here, which is I'm not super happy about. Robber's pretty good against blue-green. Just don't have much in the way of removal. This Winter Orb is probably getting sided out too. It's looking really bad here against his Mox aggressive start and me with all lands and Uros and Time Warp. So I think the Winter Orb Urza combo is strong enough to kind of speculate on it, but Feldon Ronom Excavator. Haste can't block. Exiled Shelldock Isle. Okay, still it didn't hit any spells, so that is a start. Let's cast Uro uncounterably. Draw. Put a forest into play. Play an island. And I think I'm going to pass the turn. I have top, but drawing Miscalculation makes me want to have that. Oh, I'm going to miscalculate that. That is enough for me. I don't really want that thing bashing me. Still getting robbered here. Oh, Haster? No, Iteration first. Maybe he's trying to find a Haster. Looking like a pretty good blue-red tempo deck so far. Inti, yeah. So he took Lelia into Inti, or Caves of Chaos Adventure into Inti. I guess I could probably figure out exactly which one. Well, at least Robber's not going to get to cast anything this turn unless he hits my Mox. That would be brutal. But I'm getting hit for a lot. I need this Uro to stick. Hit Avacyn's Pilgrim. Sure. He hasn't played a land yet. So the Pilgrim might actually be cast here. Blue-red could have a problem with Uro. I'm going to get to Uro next turn. Oh, Jeskai discarded Teferi, probably making Robber bigger, though maybe that's all your eggs in one basket because Robber is his best creature. Name Sticker Goblin got exiled, so he's not able to cast that. All right. I'll take my turn, and he gets to play Avacyn's Pilgrim, because why not? He has one card in hand. Okay, Mox isn't terrible. I'm glad he didn't hit that. I would have been pretty annoyed. So now I can't bring Uro back yet, so I have to Time Warp first, which is kind of unfortunate because I was hoping to Time Warp with Uro in play. But do I want to pay the life? I don't think so. I'll just play the top, and I'll just draw for my turn and see what I draw. I don't really need to top here. Urza would be pretty nice. Let's Uro, and I guess, actually, do I want a Windswept Heath here? I don't care about exiling my whole graveyard. I don't really have any way to do anything with that, but what I kind of am wondering is if I want to spin top now. Maybe I'd still just draw first with Uro. Screw Tri-Builder, he did not escape. All right. Play Uro. Tom only had one card in hand, so I didn't need to make it uncounterable. So this stays. Okay, put Windswept Heath into play. Now let's look at the top. Upheaval is a pretty nice one to cast next turn. I know there's a Robber of the Rich, but it doesn't really bother me because I have only one card in hand. And I can rearrange with top if I need to. Okay. I mean, it's going to come down to what Tom's last couple cards here. He has one card in hand. He's drawing one more. If he doesn't have an answer to Uro before attacking, then he might have to just attack and hope that Inti digs into something nice. What is this? Don't like him tapping that much mana, I can tell you that much. If Tom plays a white spell off Avacyn's Pilgrim, it would be like really tilting. Though, to be fair, the Robber also hit land the first two hits, so could have been worse. Certainly I'm not blocking Feldon with Uro. we won't be doing that. Okay, well, it's not a way to immediately kill Uro. And Uro's a strong card. Like, the Thought Scour did some really good work in making sure Uro was functional here. And next turn I can go attack with Uro, put a land into play, it doesn't count as my land, drop, cast Upheaval with a bunch of mana floating, and get my Avacyn's Pilgrim back, and then I don't know what I do from there. I guess I don't get to replay much, but he goes down to one land, he goes land Mox, play a 2-drop, and that's just not that bad. Oh, he's played the Tundra. Oh, he's just casting Trumpeting Carnosaur, okay. What are we discovering into? Snapcaster Mage. All right, he's going to put that in hand, I guess. Oh, it's just gonna jam. Okay, are we getting in there? I mean, Feldon can attack if you want. All right, let's spin the top. Yeah, we're definitely going to want to draw Upheaval, and I think Island first specifically. Draw. Attack. Okay, I'm feeling good about this game now. Uro, let's put this island into play. And the cool thing is he's probably going to block it down, which actually works kind of nicely for me. I mean, he could try just taking it and hitting back. I guess that's a reasonable plan as well. My top card's Lorien Revealed, which I am losing if I crack this Windswept Heath. Is that good? I have 6 mana, cast that. I have 4 floating, 5-6 mana left. I guess I can Uro. I don't really want to cast Lorien Revealed after doing this, so I think I'm just going to crack this. Get a forest. Cast Upheaval. Ship back that Avacyn's Pilgrim, please. Okay. Sapphire. Don't really see a reason not to Uro here. Uro. Draw my card, put a Trop into play, gain my life, play my land for a turn, play Halfling, play Pilgrim, play top, And I guess spin the top. Oh, I guess I didn't really need to do it all that way. That's fine. Oh, Oracle of Mooly Dooley. All right. And discard a breeding pool. I guess maybe I should have topped and discarded Oracle, or discarded one more land. The problem with that is I still don't really get to bring Uro back quite yet. I think just drawing Oracle and casting Oracle is gonna work out pretty nicely. Robert can't steal anything here. I'm sure he's just gonna play like Inti makes the most sense, because I mean, I guess you get to attack with Robber if you want. Actually, no, I just double block the Robber if Tom attacks. So he's got Robber of the Rich, Inti, Snapcaster Mage, Carnosaur. Yeah, the attack isn't even actually good. And then I get to play Oracle. I'm going to play Oracle. My top card's a land. I think I do it this way, even though I know I do risk not getting to block here. Spin top. And play Forest off the top. And pass the turn. Next turn, I can, if I have one card go to the graveyard, bring Uro back. I also have Green Suns, which unfortunately the endurance is gone, but I can still go get the Sentinel of the Nameless City. Okay, we're killing Oracle. Do I want Nature's Lore to get exiled? I think I should spin the top no matter what, because I don't have any big deal. Oh, I do like Cryptic. What does Nature's Lore do for me? It gets a forest, but more importantly, puts another card in my graveyard to get Uro. I think that's kind of bad. Well, is it? Maybe Green Suns. I mean, the only thing I can get now is Sentinel and Lotus Cobra, I guess. I think Nature's Lore into replaying Uro actually sounds pretty good. Nature's Lore replay, yeah. So I go Cryptic, Nature's Lore, Green Sun, Zenith. And you can exile Green Suns. If Tom has a green creature in his deck, it will actually be pretty funny. All right, I'll take it. And I think that's probably his play for the turn. Most likely. I'm going to play an uncounterable Uro here in just a second. Tom's cards in hand. Some combo of, well, he's got Snapcaster and the Carnosaur and Inti. This is revealed. This is exiled. And he's got some lands. He maybe has something else he can play as well. Green Suns. Oh, he's Green Sunsing to shuffle my deck. That's a really good play on Tom's part. That's a really good play. I mean, I get to see 3 new cards. I'm not too worried about that, but no, that's smart. I still hit the Nature's Lore, though. Is Prismatic Vista better? No, I guess Nature's Lore probably is. Let's see. I draw, cast Nature's Lore, get a shuffle. Either Vista or Nature's Lore is good. I think Nature's Lore is better. Draw. I should still have a forest left to get. I think I have like 1 or something. Maybe I don't. Oh, I have 1. Okay, so the rest of my deck is Cryptic. Oh, Green Suns to not deck myself, I guess. Cryptic, Force Negation, Sentinel, Urza, Karn. And now let's bring back Uro. This time I will tap this just in case. Exile these. And I don't think I need to spin top here. I'll just draw. Oh, Cryptic. Well, that's pretty nice. Let's just leave up Cryptic. I was thinking of casting Winter Orb, even though it was like much more punishing for me. I will probably land Winter Orb this game if it comes down to it, because then it will likely put Tom in a precarious position. If, like, he's kind of going to have to tap out every turn. And I don't have that many more spells left in my deck anyway. So this Winter Orb that's been rotting in my hand the whole game, I think is going to be a potential playable. What have I gone through? Time Warp, Endurance. I've exiled my Endurance. No hope of shuffling it all back. Land, he's deciding whether he wants to attack. Okay, no plays. Spin top. If he wants to do something while I'm tapped out, he can do it. All right, Urza. There we go. Land. Urza uncounterable. Okay, and send with Uro. I just wanted to use the Delighted Halfling before attacking since I'm not too worried. Hole Breacher. Ah, I see. Counter target spell. Return target permanent to its owner's hand. Counter target spell. Bounce mountain, I think. Certainly don't want that to happen. Land. And then now I'm just going to go get Sentinel, I think. Seems relatively free. Tom goes down to 8 and then go Green Suns for 3. Getting my Sentinel. And then I guess it's kind of free to play Winter Orb here. Let's not tap that. Let's tap this. He only has the one land in play, but I can just tap it to Urza, so it's not that big of a deal. And I don't really want to use the map token quite yet. I think at some point here I will want to use it, but no real need. Playing Winter Orb when it does nothing to him and I have 9 lands tapped is funny, but I don't think that's an actual concern. I'm really assuming Tom doesn't have Wrath here. Okay. All right. Game 1. Uro was the star of the show by so much there. All right. So I definitely want to take Winter Orb out, and I really want to put Arboreal Grazer in. It looks like it's pretty decent at blocking his stuff. I don't think I want Deathrite. He didn't have anything messing with the graveyard. I guess he had Snapcaster Mage, but I don't really have access to black mana, so that doesn't help. Knight of Autumn? I mean, Knight of Autumn and Wrath of God both actually seem good against him, but I don't really think I can justify trying to contort my mana base for Wrath. And I think Knight of Autumn... I mean, Knight of Autumn would be fairly free. He's got a Mox life gain thing. Like, I could probably do... If I had a card I wanted to cut, I think Endurance is still good. Now, let's battle like this. I think this is good. All right, on the draw, but I've got a Mox. Land heavy hand, but hopefully I can Thought Scour into a good play. If I Thought Scour into a 1-drop, this hand becomes pretty strong. And even without it, I think a Mox draw has some pretty good outs. If Tom has his own Mox, yeah, then we're kind of even. But hey, what can you do? All right, he did not play a Mox. Let's go Forest, Mox. Thought Scour myself. I milled Sensei's Top and Spara's headquarters, sure. Eagles fly, Eagles fly. Allure and Reveal, I'm definitely not cycling. This is kind of awkward. Yeah, he's going to have a 2-drop and just be quite ahead of me at this point. Ooh, a 3-drop. Even worse. Oh, well, that's a pretty low impact 2-drop. I mean, it's not bad, but it's just a 2/2 that hits. It's kind of hard to block. I would love to draw a play for this turn. Nope. I don't want to play my fetches because of Oracle. I'll get hit for 2. Hopefully it doesn't have an Inti to follow it up with. Basically, being on the draw with that hand means I get to draw card for turn, Thought Scour card for the next turn, and hope in those 3 draws I find a card to play. And since I didn't, I'm just going to be on the board with a turn 3 Oracle, which I don't think is going to be great. But if he doesn't put another creature into play this turn and Oracle resolves, then I'm feeling pretty good about this. He iteration did get, a little 2-for-1. It's so sick because now I'm going to have spells on top. Yep. Land. I want to draw Green Suns. I don't want to shuffle it away, so I didn't want to play one of my fetches here. Or maybe I should have just played the fetch so that if I missed on lands, I could just crack the fetch. Yeah, maybe I should have just played Prismatic Beast or Windswept Heath there. What is my Green Suns getting here? I mean, honestly, I might just Green Suns for Uro. Yeah, that is almost assuredly what I'm going to do. Twin Shot Sniper? No, Caves of Chaos Adventure. Oh, it is on. All right. You have taken the initiative. No, and you can kill Oracle? Ugh. Ugh, I say. All right. I can go get... I think I got to go get Uro. I think that's the play. I don't think getting any of these other cards does anything. So Uro, and go to 17, land into play another land, play the Delighted Halfling. Next turn I can bring Uro back, but that's not going to be enough. Like I need Uro plus like a Time Warp or something. That actually probably, I don't know if it wins me the game, but at least puts me in a pretty solid spot. But now Tom has the initiative in really every sense of the word. Like, he's bashing me for 9. He gets to cast a Ponder off the top of his deck. Trap is coming next. Yeah, I'm gonna lose this one. Well, game 3 I get to be on the play, and hopefully I have a slightly faster hand. I would keep that hand again. All right, draw. Windswept Heath. Get my Tropical Island. Bring back Uro, tapping a blue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, Uro is getting in and cannot be countered. He's going to Hull Breacher me. Okay, he did not. And let's cast Lorien Revealed. Still not loving my spot, of course. Hull Breacher also, by the way, is not a card I'm going to beat very easily. I didn't draw a land to put into play, but Grazer does soak up a little damage. Now Subtlety. Could have Subtletied the Urborg. Or Uro. Am I dead? I go to 4? Yeah, I'm dead. Not close. All right. Game 3. Got to be on the play and have a slightly faster hand. Not too hard. Okay. I still like Grazer. I think Grazer's still pretty legit there. Subtlety's annoying, but what can you do? Do I want Dig Through Time? Fable? Oh, I can't really play Fable. Night of Autumn still doesn't look that good. Witherbloom Command? No. I think we're good to go. All right. Game 3 on the play. Let's go. Yeah, this is a turn 3 Oracle again, but at least now I have Upheaval as gas, and Lotus Petal's not the best here because it doesn't really accelerate me. So I'm just going to play. If this was a 1-drop, I could have a turn 2 Oracle, but it's already going to be a turn 3. The Petal doesn't help that. So Tom messaged me in between games and is like, please tell your chat, your video that I meant to Subtlety the Uro. You just misclicked. All right, fair enough. All right, Sakura Tribe Elder is pretty nice. Force of Negation could be pretty good here too. Monastery Swiftspear. We are getting aggressive. No Inti, please. No Mox, no Inti. Feldon is acceptable. Fast Bond. Oh, okay. I don't think I'm going to force that. Upheaval's like my only action card, so Tom doesn't have that many cards left in hand. Okay, Island. Let's draw for turn. I don't think I'm going to burn the Petal here. Oh, wow. Drawing a Mox made that pretty easy. Mox. Petal. I don't know if he's got days, I guess. Oracle. All right. Let's do some Oracle hitting. Let's do it. No? Play a land. Do I want to draw a Cryptic Command? Not so much. I honestly want to hit land drops. Just going to kill my Oracle in response here. Yeah, damn. Really didn't want that to happen, but what can you do? All right, I'll get a breeding pool and pass the turn. The thing is, I would have rather kept Cryptic on top if, he didn't have a removal spell, but I just don't think that with an Upheaval in hand, I wanted to miss the opportunity to maybe play an additional land. Tom is down to just a couple cards in hand, but he has a lot of high impact cards in his deck. If he plays Caves of Chaos Adventure here, I'm probably just going to lose, which is part of the reason that Thieving Skydiver, hold on. Oh, I guess he's going to take the Mox. He's not going to take the stupid pedal. All right. Well, anything? Something? I don't think upheavaling here really makes sense. Let's just pass. Fast Bond makes my upheaval a lot worse. It's kind of a weird splash card, but we don't really know what his whole deck looks like. Force of Negation anything that moves here. Here's where drawing Uro would be nice. My name is Uro. I could use Sentinel, the Nameless City. Yeah, Green Suns. Yeah, any of my action cards here. Because, Oracle, it's kind of unfortunate because my only action in this game has really been Oracle with an upheaval. I've drawn mostly mana sources, but I managed to do it in a way where Oracle also didn't play me an extra land off the top, so that was kind of brutal. Ooh, he charted post-combat to draw an extra card, deal 1 less damage, but I have the Force of Negation, which I am thrilled to get to cast here. Okay. Well, let's play this. Still no action. But, Pilgrim is getting me up to the point where maybe I can upheaval. It's going to be really hard to upheaval productively with a fast bond there. I'm probably going to have to cast upheaval anyway. He can just upheaval and he can't quite replay Teferi. But, if I don't draw anything, what am I going to do here? All right. Rogrin Triumph, sure. Oh, he probably has a wheel or something because he has fast bond. Yeah, I have to cast Lorien Revealed. I don't think casting Upheaval there does anything. And Shelldock is not quite live, but it would be live next turn, assuming I use a map token. All right. Well, I guess that's nice to not have to draw any of those. I'm at 10. I kind of don't want to attack. I don't think attacking Teferi matters too much. Maybe it was worth attacking Teferi. I was kind of thinking if he played like a haster, I might want to block it, but I guess that's not even true. I do represent a counterspell this way. He knows about miscalculation at least. So if I upheaval, depending on what Tom plays, I might actually be able to push even another turn by going Sentinel, use the map token, have Cryptic up. Teferi was a pretty good one. I don't know. There's not that many. He has a lot of pretty high impact threats. Yeah, it'd be nice if he drew a Malcolm or a Felden or something kind of dorky like that. But it's not like he's sitting there with a bunch of low impact cards. Most of his threats, I guess Swift Spear is one of the lower impact ones. It's still on turn 1, done like 4 damage or something. Okay, what did we got? 3 cards in hand. Haven't really seen counter magic out of Tom. Oh, sure. That's not too bad. All right. I'm taking 4 down to 6 here. Can't say I love it. Let's see what we draw. Well, I guess assuming he doesn't play anything else, which I'm glad he didn't. Nothing as per the usual. All right, Sentinel. Make a map token. I really need this map token to resolve here because otherwise my Shelldock does not work. Okay, and I hit Prismatic Vista. All right. Let's pass the turn here. I could bounce Teferi, but that really doesn't do anything. I kind of got to hope that Tom taps out for a spell before using Teferi, but he's probably just going to minus on the Sentinel anyway. At which point I'm going to go Cryptic. Oh, I needed to Cryptic in response because of Shelldock. Oops. Not that I think I was very likely to win this game, but obviously that was a pretty huge error. Oh. Fair enough. All right, so let's say I cryptic in response. He doesn't play the Eagles. I draw, who knows what I draw. I cast Upheaval against Fastbond. We can replay Skydiver Snapcaster to fair. I don't think I'm very likely to win that game, but obviously I should have had at least an extra turn to see. In any case, that's an unfortunate round one. Kind of one of the risks of this kind of deck is you do get a little action light hands, but games 2 and 3, I got really action light hands and it did not do well. So a rough game one or round one. Let's move on to round two. Alrighty, time for round two. Playing at Sandy Dog on red-black Reanimator. He has Through the Breach, Emrakul, Inferno Titan. Could be tough. I don't really want to mold this. Let me go see real quick what's he got. All right, he is Reanimator. I think having Endurance in my hand is pretty good, and I'm on the draw. Plus, I have Thought Scour as an additional look, so I think this is easily keepable. How would you consider mulling? Turn 1, Pilgrim. Turn 2, probably just run out Sentinel and save the Cobra for an Endurance pitch. Obviously, if he kills the Pilgrim, that's a different thing. Cycling Troll. So yeah, if he cycles Troll and then reanimates, it's actually not that bad for him. It's kind of it's a 2-for-1 in my favor, or in his favor, because the Troll replaced itself. But I would still do it. Oh, if it's Exhume, it's going to be so sick. I don't think it's going to be, but that would be disgusting, because I would get my Endurance back. Yeah, let's do this. I'm basically just Force of Willing here, which I think is pretty good. And then I get to play Sentinel. And Sentinel is a pretty burly fighter here. Turn 2 Sentinel after Force of Willing his turn 2 Reanimate. I mean, that's a pretty good hand. Obviously, I keep drawing Winter Orb that I'm going to side out every single round, because my last round is going to be against Mac playing red-white aggro. What can you do? Hopefully this doesn't kill Sentinel. There's not that much that kills Sentinel. If this is Collective Brutality, Bitter Triumph discarding Triplicate Titan. If he then reanimates it right now, that would be so sick. All right, he did not. Guess I'll Thought Scour myself. Maybe I'll mill an Uro? That'd be cool. Mill 2 lands, draw a land. Nice. I don't really want to Winter Orb yet. I'm going to map token this thing. Screw Tribe Elder. Yeah, I'll put that in my graveyard. Play Halfling. And send. Not feeling very good about this game, because who would have thought this is the game where I was like, wow, I guess I'll really hope to draw a Forest. And now I'm like, wow, I just need to draw a spell. I'm so flooded. I guess I drew Breeding Pool, which was amazing, followed by Forest, followed by Island, followed by Deleted Halfling, and it's all since and he killed my Sentinel. It's like, okay, I get the idea. Let's get some spells in here. I mean, if Sandy doesn't have a reanimate spell and he just plays like a normal card, like whatever, some sort of black-red mid-range card that is not bringing Triplicate Titan back, I will feel a lot better about the situation. But we'll see what he's got. Oh, if it's like a Toxic Deluge, Mind Twist, sure. My hand was garbage. All right, any Uros, any Oracles, anythings, Green Suns. There's Green Suns, which I guess is going to get... Oh, it's definitely getting Uro. So I'm going to do it for 3. Oracle of Moldiah is nice and all, but Uro looks really good here. I have Uro and Oracle are my only things left. Shelldock Isle? No, I'll take the Trop, though. And send for 2. Now I'm feeling a lot better about this. Triplicate Titan can still beat me. Like, that card is really good. But Uro can outgrind Black-Red pretty effectively. Oh no, is this a Vamp? Ugh, that can't be good. Wow, he had turn 2 Reanimate into Bitter Triumph into Mind Twist and then has Vamp? I thought my draw was pretty good, but he is just demolishing me here. This has not been my draft so far, but we'll see what Sandy's got here. I would imagine it's bring back thing. Oh, Exhume. Okay. I get something back too. It's better to get back. So this is Vigilance, so I can't really attack into it. Uro is just basically getting a card and 3 life. Is that better than getting a Sentinel? There's also Endurance, but that doesn't do anything. So let's just actually put back Uro, because I think my best out is Cryptic or Upheaval. So putting Uro into play can get me that. Oh, Time Warp's actually pretty nice. Sandy has no cards in hand now. Oh, I actually think I've got a pretty good shot here, because Uro Time Warp is pretty good. I guess you can play Uro first. No real reason to do otherwise. 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess I'll get the Endurance out of here because I don't have a way to bring it back and I don't want him animating it. I don't care about the Sentinel. I don't know. Uro, Forest, and well, Nature's Lore for our... I guess I'd rather Cycle Spar as headquarters. I don't really need more blue, so let's just do this. I have a lot of lives, and then I get to attack with Uro, Time Warp, and recast Uro. I mean, that's pretty good. Oh, nice. Bizarre. Good stuff. I mean, I bet Sandy's not feeling actually like that good about this game. Uro's quietly just like the most important card in my deck, apparently. I don't think I attack with the dorks, because if I draw a land, I want to be able to recast Uro. Oh. Let's just do that. Return from notes under his hand, draw a card. Wow, it actually kind of did matter that I didn't get a blue source instead of a forest here. It's funny. But I also have force negation, so this game is over. No real point in topping. Let's just wait and see what Sandy does here. He's going to Bazaar now if he doesn't draw anything. Gets the Triplicate Titan back in the graveyard. Oh, he found something to play. It's a Shieldred. Okay. Can't counter it, but I don't think that's going to be enough. Yeah, there's almost no way, in fact. Let's draw. I'm at 19, attack with Uro. Draw my Lorien Revealed. Put Shelldock into play here. Oh, put an Urza under the dock. Urza's on the docket. Oh, is Sandy gonna not block here and go to 2? I mean, that's pretty reasonable. The Bazaar gains 4 life every time he activates it. Yeah, no, I don't hate the play. I mean, he's gonna be forced to block because I'm gonna cast Time Warp, but what can you do? Why does it keep failing? All right, Time Warp. He's not literally dead, but he's also not going to win. Yeah. All right. Whew. Got that. Definitely want Deathrite, because just having it in play with green mana eats his creatures. Didn't see a big Knight of Autumn push, and then let's get that stupid Winnorb out. Do you want Arboreal Grazer? Not really. I have the One Ring in my deck too. That's nice. All right. On to game 2. All right, I am on the draw here. It's hoping for some Mana Dork, some Endurance, some Moxen. Ooh. This hand is filthy. This hand has a turn 2 One Ring with Force backup. I'll just pitch the Urza. I mean, it's not like I don't relish the idea of pitching Urza, but in the service of a turn 2 One Ring and not getting reanimated immediately, sounds pretty good. Oh, no. Sorry, Sandy, not today. Not on my watch. I'm gonna get that Mana Crypt right on out of here. I don't think I can afford that. And then now, if he doesn't have a discard spell, I really like my spot. I mean, forcing the turn... I mean, both games against Sandy, it's like I had the force. In the first game, it was an Endurance, but I had force and to stop his early play. Magda? I mean, he's going to get a treasure out of the deal, but I'm going to get to play the One Ring, which I shall. Turn 2 One Ring is not bad. After forcing his turn 1 Mana Crypt. I told you the One Ring and Force are a great combo. Just trading cards for board position effectively when you have a source that draws you lots of extra cards is really good. So, like basically trading cards for mana when you have an excess of cards and you could use more mana. It's a good exchange. It's a good exchange. All right. I mean, he does get to Magda out something. If it's a Shieldred, this game is going to be tough. All right, Chandra's not bad. I don't even take damage here. He's adding mana. So I guess since I'm not taking damage, you might as well just do that. All right. All right, One Ring. Time to draw some stuff. All right. Karn is actually fine. Make a 3/3. Play an Avacyn's Pilgrim. So now I have 2 blockers for Magda, even if Chandra kills the construct token. And then next turn I get to draw 3 cards with the One Ring, and I gotta imagine I'll run him over by then. Time Warp just breaks the game wide open. Well, I say breaks the game wide open as if the game's not already broken wide open. Like, yeah, Sandy Dog can have up to 7 mana this turn if he attacks with Magda, then plus his Chandra. But I don't know what he could play that. I mean, obviously if he through the breach Emrakul's me, then I just die or whatever. But most of the normal plays he could make are not going to be good enough here. If he has a kill spell, he gets to kill Karn. Okay, Brutality. He didn't even discard a creature, which is nice. All right, so now he's going to Chandra the construct, most likely, and attack Karn down to 1 with Magda. Yeah, all right. I mean, that's a productive turn, but it's really not keeping up with the One Ring at all, especially since this also means that if Magda attacks Karn, which I imagine is going to be the play, I'm still at 19 going to 17. I have so much life to mess with. All right. I'm glad I hadn't drawn my Upheaval yet, because that's going to be one of the cards I'm really looking for. Ooh, what's this last card? Rotting Regisaur. Nice. This is a beating of a hand on Sandy's part. All right. Ooh, Lotus Petal also pretty nice with this deal. That was a kind of weak hand. Okay. Let's go. Do I want to plus Karn first or spin top? I kind of feel like I want to top first, because I really don't want to Karn away an Upheaval. What am I doing here? It's turn 4. Oh, I haven't played a land yet. Never mind. This is really easy. Given that I haven't played a land, I go land, Petal, draw Time Warp. I will plus Karn and get Lotus Cobra or Sensei's Top in hand. I've already played a land, so he probably gives me the Cobra. It doesn't really matter. The Lotus Petal really saved my bacon here because I get to Time Warp. I guess I could have not played my land first in case he gave me Cobra. Yeah, because then I could have... Oh, you didn't give me Cobra anyway, because then I could have played Windswept Teeth, but Time Warp does the trick. Go to 14. I'm going to draw. All right, there's Upheaval. So how do I want to do this? If I can wait one more turn, the Upheaval looks pretty good. These Chandra on 2, so let's go. Let's put Cobra into hand, play Cobra, play Oracle, play Breeding Pool. I don't really want to pay the life. Oh, wow, Prismatic Beast off the top. That's pretty gross, actually. Let's... Oh, I don't have a target left for Nature's Lore. Let me just check. 1, 2, 5 basic forest plus my 3 duels. I actually think Nature's Lore is a brick now. 1, 2, 3. Oh, one left. Okay. Yeah, there's no forest anywhere else. In that case, I don't really care about this Lorien reveal. Let's just get the last forest. Add a blue. Cast Sensei's Top. And then I have Miscalculation up if I really need it. Feels pretty good. Next turn I get to cast a game-ending Upheaval. I don't even tap the One Ring before doing it, probably. Though I guess I have Endurance in my deck that I haven't used yet. All right. He can play around Upheaval by adding double red, but he's probably, or Miscalc, but he's probably not doing that. Yeah, he's probably doing it to actually play a spell. Drawing an Inferno Titan is actually pretty good there. Well done, well done. Let's get a blue. That would kill my 2 creatures, and then I get attacked for 9. Oh wow, that would have been lethal. That's sick. Because then I go to 4, and the One Ring kills me. Okay. Attack with Magda. Yeah. All right. Attacking. Make a treasure. Karn is getting attacked by Magda. Oh, I'm definitely doing this. I don't really care about the Karn, and I would like Oracle to keep Oracle, so do this. Spin top. I mean, it doesn't really matter too much, I don't think. Draw, go to 9. Oh yeah, I guess it really doesn't matter because I have the 1 ring. I mean, I guess I'll draw. I think, why shouldn't I draw 5 cards? Let's attack Sandy. Actually, now that I've drawn Cryptic, maybe do I not need to Upheaval? No. That's crazy talk. I have a 1 ring in play. Let's go Upheaval. And Mox. I haven't played a land yet, so let's go Oracle. Let's go Shelldock. Put Endurance under the Shelldock. Play Trop. Play Deathrite. And discard a million cards. Oh, actually, let's not discard the 1 ring. I could just cast it as a protection spell. I think that would be fine. Do I even want Sensei's Top? I guess I do. I'll discard Sparta's Headquarters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, I mean, I guess I'll just discard all those. I have 4 cards left. Maybe this was actually crazy because if he draws a Wasteland and Wasteland's my Shelldock, it actually really... I mean, I guess I could cycle Green Sun Zenith a bunch, but... Okay, I want to keep Deathrite and a green up if I can. So let's just play those 2 and let's cast Sentinel. This leaves Shelldock and Deathrite up, which I think is good. And then attack for 2, and then end of turn I'm going to Shelldock Endurance and make sure I can not get decked here in a game that I'm pretty much dominating. All right, looks like we're about to be 1-1 here, barring something crazy. He can't even bring back Titan with an animate spell. I mean, Magda is the most likely thing Sandy is going to play this turn. Duress. Yeah, sure. I'll let that resolve. He takes the Green Suns. I mean, that's just a heads up play from Sandy. He's going to try to deck me here, but he's probably going to scoop when this thing comes out. Endurance me, and then draw. Yeah. And that'll do it. 1-1. Let's get to round 3. Alrighty. Time for round 3. Playing against mono white. Quinn on white here, and I'm going to keep this hand. This hand is actually a pretty fast Uro and has Thought Scour and Prismatic Vista, so that's already 4 cards in the graveyard. So I'm going to go turn 1 Spara's Headquarters, turn 2 Shelldock Thought Scour. I think that's the way I want to do it. Oh, let's go Thought Scour first. Let's just play Shelldock. I don't really need to do anything else. I'm playing against White Weenie. Do I want Endurance or Karn under the Shelldock? I feel like Karn, especially since I can Green Suns for Endurance if I wanted to. Not that that's a card I'm really that stoked. All right, I don't care about a Glimmer. That's not the fastest start. It really is not. So let's go Forest, Uro. Put Island into play. Cast top and hope to not have to use Force of Negation this turn. It would be actually really nice if I could go Cryptic into Uro here. I think is going to be my jam. Oh, City of Traders. Hero Blade Hold. All right, that's fine. I can Cryptic that. Do I want to top on Upkeep? I think I do because I'm going to have Cryptic up. Oh, Time Warp and Lorien Revealed. Oh, actually. I could Uro this turn. And then I think I'm going to draw. I'll shuffle away the top because I have to crack Prismatic Vista to do this. Forest. Lotus Petal. Oh, actually, undo. Crack this for green. And then Uro. Turn 4 Uro coming back is pretty nice. This Thought Scour has been a great addition. And then this gives me a force of negation protection. Oh, and I could actually get a mana dork here. Do I want to get a mana dork? I feel like... actually, I feel like yes. Yes, I do. Because getting a delighted halfling... Part of the reason I want to do that is I think there's a pretty good chance I'm going to use Shelldock next turn, and this lets me Time Warp and Shelldock. Because what I'm likely to pitch to Force Negation, if I do have to use it, is Cryptic Command. Because Time Warp with an Uro in play is really good. What I'm really hoping doesn't happen is Quinn plays like Solitude or Palace Jailer or something like that. Council's Judgment? No, we have you covered. You are covered. This Uro's just been the whole deck. It's been the MVP. They couldn't even attack with the Hero of Bladehold, and now I'm going to get to Time Warp. All right. I don't get to Karn this turn, unfortunately, unless I draw another card, draw spell. Oh, what a shame. All right, Time Warp. I'm going to play my land because of Upheaval. Draw. Now I drew Tensei's top. Let's go top. Let's activate it. Endurance or Sakura Tri-Builder? I kind of don't like this top three, so let's go like this. Let's attack with Uro again. Nope, no land to put into play. Take another hit here. Okay, and let's go Karn. Let's just make an idiot. Because in place of Sakura Tri-Builder and pass. I could basically use the Karn to clear the Endurance off the top of my deck and the land, but Sakura Tri-Builder already does that. I don't really think I need to do that. And yeah, Endurance could get back Time Warp, but I'm really not that concerned about that. Also with 3 blockers, killing Karn. Technically, they can't even kill Karn. I mean, Quinn does get to draw a card off this attack. Oh, never mind. Probably attacking. I would imagine it has to all be attacking Karn. Let's spin the top. Because my third card's good. Oh. And it is. I guess I'm not going to want to sack Tri-Builder. Alright, Karn down. I don't think Karn is necessary here. Into Wandering Emperor to kill my Uro. Don't like that. You did good work, Uro. You get a pass. Okay. Let's just spin this again just to make sure. Yeah. Let's kill the Wandering Emperor here. I guess I'm going to play the One Ring first. And then attack the Wandering Emperor. With those two, I don't really want to lose my Delighted Halfling for no reason. Block Tri-Builder. My top 2 cards are pretty bad. Let's just sack this now. And then spin top. Alright, well I guess I can Endurance then. Emperor dies. I pass. I get to Endurance to block. I actually think I'm going to double block the Hero Bladehold here. Because, well, I guess I assume the hero has to attack because it's going to make some tokens. So, okay. Danto Vanguard into Archon of Emeria. That's pretty good. I can't do much about that. I mean, at this point, it's just mostly, do I find an Upheaval or not, you know? Draw. Endurance, and I'll Endurance myself. I think these cards are good enough that they're worth going on the bottom of the deck. Oh, I can't target myself because of One Ring. Do I want to put Wandering Emperor back? Not really. Okay. Actually, let's turn off auto yields and let's go block. I don't take any damage because of the One Ring. Now let's spin the top. What do we got? Land. This isn't all that good. But I'm at 1,000,000 life. And I have an endurance out. Yeah, I don't feel too bad about this. I lose a little life here. I guess I'll spin slightly better. Oh, I don't really want to shuffle away the top. So let's do this. Let's cast Nature's Lore. Put a forest into play. Spin the top again. Where's my upheaval? There it is. I've already played my spell, so I can't play another. 26? Yeah, I'll take a little damage here. I mean, what can Quinn even attack with? Like, can attack with, I guess, I mean, you want to attack with Glimmerland's token no matter what. And I guess Adonto Vanguard's not the worst. Lauren of the Third Path. Oh, sure, that kills my construct. Okay, now you just attack with everything except Archon. Okay, and all the tokens are going to die from Upheaval. Yeah, you don't want to attack Archon into Endurance. Oh, I get to reset my Shell Dock too? Very nice. And and my Endurance is now going to... Okay, let that thing die. That's probably the right call. All right, let's spin just to make sure. I guess it doesn't really matter because we have the One Ring, which we're going to tap. Because with Endurance in here, I don't think I'm going to deck. Because I still have Urza left in my deck. Though Sentinel's also gone. That's unfortunate. Yeah, let's draw. That stupid Winter Orb. All right, let's not play Mox first and lock me out of casting Upheaval into that Archon. Upheaval, Mox, Pilgrim. Do I want to play One Ring? I kind of don't really want to play One Ring, actually, now that I think about it. Let's go Endurance on my graveyard. Get this Shell Dock into play. Put Oracle of Moldiah under it. Play Sensei's top. And then discard a bunch of cards. Okay. Winter Orb. Breeding Pool, land. I guess, sure, Spar's headquarters. I kind of just want a bunch of lands so I can Oracle here. Okay. Giver of Runes. You got to discard a couple things. Okay, let's go Oracle, cast Oracle. All right, Green Suns. I don't think I have anything that I can get with that, so that's cool. Spin this. Oh, Urza, I do like that. So let's go land, and hit with Endurance. The next turn I get to play Urza, and... yeah, I mean, my deck has a bunch of action on the bottom, too, so I'm getting to it pretty quickly. Tithe Taker, I guess I'll spin. Oh. See, it's people like me that make top terrible. That's fine. Actually, yeah, it really is. I'll draw like this. Okay. Okay. Draw. Urza. Can't really attack anymore. My Cryptic is gone, unfortunately. That one did get exiled. And yeah, and then I can go land, and then I can Urza tap these two and then spin Urza. And that's pretty nice. I kind of don't want to hit Upheaval. That's the one card I don't want to hit. Oh, that's the top of my deck. I hit Lorien Revealed. Oh, that's so much better. Okay. Let's cast Lorien Revealed. I think that is going to be good. And pass the turn. Okay, and Quinn might be in the unenviable position of getting upheavaled multiple times this game. Lauren of the Third Path, kill my construct, I would imagine. I mean, you could also kill the Mox. Oh, killing the top. Sure. I guess the top also taps for mana. Draw. 6, 7, 8, 9 mana. So let's just go land, Karn. Make a golem. Pass the turn. And then I can still counter. I have miscalculation or force of negation up here. I don't know if I actually have both because of the Tithe Taker. I think I will miscalculation that for 3 mana. And next turn, I'll probably Upheaval again. Classic. Minus Karn. Hold on, what happens if I play the One Ring and these are both 5/5s? I attack with everything. You block 5/5, 5/5, 3/4, and you go to 3. Isn't that just really good? Because you have to block all the 5/5s. It is, in fact, really good. 18. I also just played the One Ring. Yeah, let's just attack. Path to Exile. No. I'll pass on that. And so chump. Oh, block, block, block. Go to 1 and save one of your things. Sure. Oh, even better. Yeah. All right. And you can save, I guess, Loran, because you're going to start tapping that to make us both draw. Okay. And place a Tri Builder. I'm gonna attack with everything next turn is what I'm going to do. You can't actually draw because it's target opponent and I played the One Ring. All right, well. It only took 1 Upheaval. It almost took a second one. Does that do anything? No. You can kill the Karn and get 2 GT counters, but I don't really see how that accomplishes anything. Given that you're at 1 and there's 26,000 creatures attacking you. Okay. Winter or Bout. I mean, this does seem like a matchup where Wrath would actually be good. How realistic is it to play Wrath? I would play Knight of Autumn too. If I played 2 planes, I would have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I'd have a lot of white sources. Force of Negation doesn't seem like the best card against White Weenie, but it was pretty clutch there. It counters Path, counters Council's Judgment, counters GT, counters Wandering Emperor. I mean, those are pretty good. I think it's still probably fine to take out. Oh, I do need to take out probably a forest and an island here. So I'm taking out Force Negation and Winter Orb for Wrath and Knight of Autumn. Okay, that seems pretty legit. Do I want an Arboreal Grazer? It's a pretty good blocker. Speeds me up. But what would I cut on the draw? Maybe I cut Lotus Petal. No, Lotus Petal, especially when I'm boarding in Wrath, seems fine. Okay. Let's see how this goes. Pretty nice hand here. A little turn 1 Shelldock, turn 2 Nature's Lore for Spara's headquarters. So I actually have Wrath locked and loaded once I draw it. I don't mind that. Okay. Oh, don't like this. Turn 1 Chromox. Turn 1 Thalia. Okay. Down to 2 cards in hand, but turn 1 Thalia is turn 1 Thalia. Let's go Shelldock. Yeah, we'll put Urza under the Shelldock. I guess this is going to be turn 2 Thought Scour, not Nature's Lore. That's a lot of moxes. Into Tithe Taker? All right. I mean, I really need to find a green source. Oh, there it is. So now I can go Windswept Heath into Thought. Oh, no, I've got to do this now. Stupid Tithe Taker here. Thought Scour myself. Milled Cryptic. Drew a second Plains. All right. I mean, this is a sick draw. I think Endurance is going to be pretty good here. I was really hoping to draw on any other green source so I didn't have to pay the life, and make it obvious. But yeah. Oh, I can't even cast Endurance because of the stupid Tithe Taker. Yeah, all right, I'm super dead here. I don't think Endurance was going to necessarily stop all that, but obviously the Tithe Taker makes it a little worse. All right, well, that was a beating. But turn 1 Thalia on the play is pretty tough. Yeah, maybe Arboreal Grazer is good. Well, but now that I'm on the play, I don't really want it anymore. All right. I think we're good. All right, game 3 on the play. All right. Oh, this is a chance to show off Nature's Lore a little bit, assuming I don't get turn 1 Thaliad again, because I can go turn 1 Spara's Headquarters, and even though I don't have an untapped green for Pilgrim, I can go turn 2 Nature's Lore for Tropical Island, and it just immediately cast the Pilgrim. All right, no turn 1 Thalia. I would be pretty happy if that was the case. Giver's good. Giver I don't love. Ooh, Wrath. I do like that. All right, let's go Nature's Lore, Trop, Avacyn's Pilgrim, and then we can go Karn or Oracle. I don't like Mox. Oh, no. All right, land. Land, please. Boom. Lauren Reveal is usually pretty great. This is one of the few times it's not. In fact, I can't even get a white source because I already have my Spara's Headquarters in play. Okay. I just have to not take too much damage. All right, this is not the most damage punishing start. Like if you played a Hero of Bladehold that turn, it would be sick. Oh. Do I just Wrath here? I end up with a 1/1? Yeah, that sounds fine. Anything else I play doesn't sound that good. Though I guess I could play Oracle and try to get a little value. Yeah, I'll force Quinn to play a little bit more. Okay, well, I guess I didn't need to crack the Windswept Heath first then. Oh, Containment Priest, nice. I've already gotten 1 card off this into Palace Jailer. Okay, well, this is actually gonna work out pretty well because I'm gonna take 5. Wow, waiting on the Wrath worked out exceedingly well because then I'm gonna Wrath and get a 1/1 off of the Skyclave, and then I have Cryptic to maybe get it through the Palace Jailer. Or rather, through whatever Quinn plays as a blocker. Pay for Esper Sentinel, blow up all your stuff, get a 1/1. Now, if you play a blocker, I have Cryptic. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. This is exactly what we wanted to see. All right. Return target perch to its owner's hand, draw a card. 2, 3, 4. Attack with my 1/1. Become the Monarch, get my Oracle. All right, come on, Oracle. Failed again. Oracle, you are fired. But my hand is still pretty good, and I'm the Monarch now, so I don't know, you're going to need a pretty good sequence to get out of here, especially if your best play last turn was a Student of Warfare. Elite Spellbinder, sure, I don't really care. Would be really nice to hit a land here, though, because I'm going to want to play 2 spells next turn. Oh, Prismatic Vista. There we go. All right. Play Prismatic Vista. 1 ring. I mean, the 1 ring's good. I guess if I play Delighted Halfling. Yeah, no, the 1 ring's got to be good here. I can play Endurance. And hopefully... Oh, wait. I have to play it now. I don't have to. I can also... Prismatic Vista, because the Tithe Taker is going to make this cost 1 more to use and this cost 1 more to play, and it already costs 2 more to play. So I have to crack Vista or cast Endurance as a sorcery. I think I'd rather crack Vista. I've got a lot of really good plays here. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 blue. I've already used Cryptic, and I have 4 green. I guess I'll get a blue. All right. Now I can play Endurance at instant speed. I had another Oracle land draw too, but I didn't get to get there. I just really don't want to get Council's Judgmented here. So, okay. I think that playing a little awkwardly is fine in order to not get hit by that. And then I'll play the Endurance now. I'll Endurance myself. My graveyard's pretty good. It's the most expensive Endurance I've ever cast. All right, target me. Turns out Endurance, so I don't get decked, is like a pretty frequent play I have to make. Not this game, I don't think, but let's see. Let's start by just thought scouring myself. All right, now I hit a land. Oh, and I hate to do Time Warp. Okay, yeah, this should be game here. Urza, play top. I'm going to time warp, but I guess I don't really have any attacks anyway, so let's just time warp. 2, 3, 4, 5, and then spin top. Okay. I'll draw my card for the Monarch. Draw, play land, play land. How do we start winning here? I guess we just, as usual, find Upheaval. Do I want to start by... I think I kind of want to start by just using Urza. Lotus Petal. Oh, Shelldock on top. Okay. Lotus Petal. Let's go Karn. -2 Karn. And then I have Miscalc up. I'll keep the endurance back. I'll attack with my 4/4. And never mind, this might be a game where I have to use endurance to not get decked. I don't think that's the case, but you never know. Oh, gonna make a little flyer so you can sack Spellbinder to become the Monarch? Okay. That's cool. I'll just draw my Shelldock, Windswept Teeth coming up. It's almost impossible for me not to find Upheaval next turn, given that I have top and Urza and Karn. Okay. Endurance was really good. Earl was the MVP. That is clear. Oh. No. Hey, not a bad try, but I'm going to pass on that. All right. Ooh, nice little 2-1. Let's see how the rest of the squad's doing. Alrighty, I'm 2-1. My squad has 6 wins. 1 more win and we clinch it. And I really did want to get a chance to watch Salvato's deck in action. If you remember, that is this monstrosity. But one thing to note, by the way, is he has Breach, Brain Freeze, but he actually sided those out because Sandy has Emrakul in his deck, so you can't easily Brain Freeze him out. Actually, Luis still Brain Freeze Sandy out by stacking a bunch of Brain Freezes and Ancestraling Sandy in response to the Emrakul trigger. Unfortunately, we're not going to get to see that because he sided those out. Also unfortunate, Sandy had turn 1 Rotting Regisaur. Wow. Don't love that. Okay, Pentad Prism, even with pain, is still solid. Can lead to a pretty nice play next turn. And Sandy did mulligan and did this, so if he's just discarding, a regular card, not like a creature to animate, the Regisaur is pretty punishing in terms of hand size. Obviously, you make up for it by the fact that you would get to attack your opponent for a lot of damage. Is Sandy going to discard Triplicate Titan and then Shallow Grave it? Oh, if he discards Emrakul and Shallow Graves, that'd be sick. Okay, so discarding Magda, it means some combination of Sandy doesn't have red mana and he's got a pretty solid hand. But I think it's mostly he just doesn't have red mana, is my guess. Otherwise, you wouldn't do that. All right, discarding Swamp. And I found the red. Hopefully no good play this turn. Also, Luis really needs a nice play. And Luis are historically unlucky, so we'll see if Salvato can pull this out. Getting smacked for 7. Down to 12. 5 cards in hand. Hopefully he draws Flash or something. I guess at this point, Channel's not that likely. Oh, and he has Exhume for the Magda. Woohoo. Okay. I mean, I guess that could be worse given Sandy's deck, but still not great. All right. Well, he didn't have Island in hand last turn. All right. Asika's Chariot. Okay. Let's see how that goes. Sandy's going to go to no cards in hand on his turn. Though he's going to draw one for his draw step, of course. Sandy is not going to take damage off his Crypt. It's my guess. And then discard his last card. So what do you block with here? If you attack, assuming Sandy attacks with everything, it's highly likely that's the case. You can crew Chariot and block Magda and take 9 going down to 2. You can trade a cat for Magda and block Rotting Regisaur and go to 9. I might just block Magda here with Asika's Chariot. Yeah, it's the aggressive play, but you're losing kind of badly, so you really need to have Sandy have drawn nothing, have Regisaur eat the card in his hand. Oh, he's playing like a 5-mana spell? Okay, we're so dead here. Oh, Shieldred. Oh, sorry, Luis. I wanted to watch a cool game with your deck. Instead, we saw a massacre. Turn 1 Regisaur, turn 2 2/2 drops, turn 3 Shieldred. Very realistic draw on the part of Sandy. And let's see if Salvador can Ancestral in response. Oh, wait. Does he have Flash? Could he do something here? Let's see. Okay, he has Flash. He has to gain life in order for this not to kill him, I guess. Let's see what he can put into play. Archon of Cruelty. Okay. Okay, he's not technically dead, but Sandy also just gets to sack Scrapwork Mutt. Salvador goes back down to 1. Oh, so close. And then dies to Shieldred. You know, Salvador didn't have that last turn, or would have tried to set something up. But I don't think it's quite going to get there. What a shame. That is pretty funny. The draw step Flash in Archon to not die to Shieldred is a pretty good one. But I don't think this is going to work unless Salvador has a way to, like, I mean, even reanimating the Archon doesn't do it. All right. Well, let's check in. Let's see where we're at. All right, with that loss, we actually end up tying. So we went from a 5-3 lead at one point to a 6-6 tie, but so it goes. Jules, you having fun there? Look at me like you don't know what you're doing. All right, well, little post-mortem. Uro gets the MVP. This has, decks like this and drafts like this have really solidified my decision to keep Uro in the cube. It can be really good some games and kind of helps these like mana-hungry kind of threat light decks with a bunch of like spells, which I like those kinds of decks do well. But it was cool. The Thought Scour Uro combo was actually really good. Winter Orb was bad though. 3 of their 4 decks were Boros Aggro, Boros Aggro, Boros Aggro, and Reanimator. So yeah, Winter Orb's not going to look good when that's the case. Tom was essentially like red aggro, even though I guess he had a bunch of random colors in it. Nature's Lore also. I've been into it. Nature's Lore is getting close. So one of the things I like to do, and it's not just about this deck, is when I add new cards to the cube, I like to kind of take stock. Because look, I've got a bunch of cards in this deck that aren't close, like to going anywhere. Like if I had to like sort them into piles, just as like a thought exercise, like I think something like I like the Pilgrim. Pilgrim's like kind of in the middle pile, but like all these cards, it's like they're not going anywhere. All these cards are going to remain in the cube for kind of the foreseeable future. Same with Lorien Revealed, obviously all the lands. And then you have like Thought Scour, Avacyn's Pilgrim, Karn, Oracle. Actually, Sentinel's kind of earned its slot. Tribe Elder, Nature's Lore, Uro, like all of these. Endurance is also good. And these are cards I don't consider like core to the cube. Like they're all cards I like in the cube. That's why they're there. But I would be really surprised if any of these cards got cut. I guess maybe if you wanted to cut Cobra, you could definitely do that. But cutting, any of these cards would probably happen first. Oracle, you're officially warned. You've got a verbal warning here. But this deck ended up playing out pretty nicely. I actually really liked it. Obviously the Mox helped as always, but Uro was excellent. Time Warp was excellent. Upheaval was pretty necessary. I'm glad I took it. Didn't get there on like the full artifact package, but you know what? I like how this ended up. I thought this deck played out really nicely, and it was a fun draft. A tie is a tie. We got a nice draft out of the deal, and move on to the next. So that'll do it for today. As always, I appreciate you watching. I hope you had a good time watching me Uro and One Ring people out of there with some nice Time Warp action, lots of upheavals, just classic cube goodness. And I'll be back tomorrow with another draft. I hope to see you then. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. It helps out the channel, and you won't miss a single draft.